All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So, friendship versus respect in marriage. So, one of the young ladies that I used to engage quite a bit. We used to engage actually together on Clubhouse when we were both on Clubhouse. My wife left Clubhouse a long time ago.
It was too much.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not good for that life.
When you get into this conversation, yeah. For me, I'm like, let me learn everything they're saying. Anyway.
So curious.
I'm curious. I'm curious. So, she came in my DM and she said, "You keep saying this friendship thing. You forgot the exact words. I wish I put it here because it would have been best to not paraphrase. But she said, you keep saying this friendship thing. Like, don't you think that can young lady? She's married, young couple, and they are also Jim Christian type deal. I won't mention her name because I'm not sure she wants me to mention her name.
No, don't.
And and then so they're on that duty and responsibility. They tend to be on that duty and responsibility lane. And I also noticed that when people marry and they are man or woman of a certain age, like if they're above 30 and above before they get married, they want to get things right. So they tend to
They don't want to fail.
They don't want to fail. So they tend to be extra cerebral about what makes a marriage work, and I can respect that. I think you should be, because you're a grown person and you should learn what it takes to make this win. But part of that is the emotional and the romantic aspect. Many of them, they talk about everything else except the romantic aspect of things.
It starts to feel rigid.
It feels like it's like zombies, right? And unfortunately, if you're the one that wants to do the zombie, usually you're with somebody that doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
You're doing that zombie
You
stuff.
attract your opposite.
Yeah. So, and when it starts to show up, somebody says you need a YouTube podcast. Lola, you need your own YouTube podcast.
Oh, Bumi, thank you. I can't do it by myself.
Shout out to Bumi.
I'm actually very shy. Lord.
Yeah.
People don't believe
Once we have more hands on deck, I get a lot of help, by the way, here. People say, Lola, you work out. You think I'm the only one doing this stuff? I beg you.
It's not
Anyway.
easy.
But once we get more hands on deck, we'll create more content, because all she has to do is show up. But anyway, so she came to me and said, don't you think that this friendship thing would tamper with the level of respect? I'm paraphrasing a little bit. I might be off a little bit. The level of respect that a man needs, in relationship and stuff like that. Because again, I reference this all the time. Let me find it. Everybody, if you've been coming here regularly, number one here is friendship. 4-point focus. Yeah. Friendship, right? Friendship. And people like, I don't want my friend. Like, when people say that, I know where they're coming from. What you collect? What you collect? What you collect? I understand. I get it. Where's my collect woto sound effect now?
You collect
Woto. So I understand it. Again, when you've had experience or you've lived long enough, you want to protect yourself. You want to protect what you're building. I get it. So she said, don't you think that can tamper with the level of respect that a man needs to be a man in his household and stuff like that? So I was curious. I was like, what would be your answer to that?
So friendship versus respect in marriage?
Yes.
I don't know.
If you had to pick one.
Friendship all day. Respect help. I just feel like you're my best friend. Okay?
Come on.
That friendship we have also covers respect. Like, respect is in there.
Right.
There's no way we have that good of a friendship that I don't respect you.
If you don't have respect.
I look up to you. I think I told you since we've been dating, I look up to you. You're like my role model. In fact, I almost made a god out of my husband, the way I respect him.
That's what created the resentment.
Exactly. Created a lot of,
because once I show up,
unrealistic expectations.
Once I showed up without my mask on, like this,
I was like, hey, this is you. Look, I'll choose friendship all day. Because I feel like If not for friendship, even for us, when we were going through stuff, it was that friendship.
Yes, it was a friendship that
it was that
kept the glue
that
together
saved
because
our marriage.
yes, because when I say go through, it was go through, it was done. She filed divorce, it was over.
Right.
Right? But when I tell you the friendship won't let go, she's gonna let go. You know?
We would. You know, the friendship that even though you guys don't want to be together, but you will still fight for each other.
Yeah.
Like no
you don't
one
you
could
don't
come
want
in
to
between
you've
of us.
decided it's over, but the more hate you feel, the chances, the higher the chances that the friendship is just that strong. You're resenting.
It's actually
You're disappointed.
Not hate, it's passion.
It's passion. You're disappointed. You're like, how could you, right? You're like, you put this person on this pedestal, they fell off, they fell hard, and you know. So what are you saying, Ola? So how did that save your marriage? Because I'm saying your marriage will be tested. Yeah. This might be the last string you have left to work on, to use to bring it back together. Because if you don't have this in the first place, you know, first of all, a person that's in a place where they're calling, they pull the trigger, they said they don't want to do anymore for whatever reasons, they don't want parts of the marriage anymore, they file for divorce. That person has already lost respect for you.
Right.
Respect no fee stand like friendship.
Respect, okay. Oh,
right?
That thing.
And it's easy for us to get into semantics, you know. We can start to go and look at dictionary meanings of friendship. What it means to us is that even when I'm not feeling good right now about what you just said, you're still my G, my guy.
I'm still taking care of you.
Yeah.
I'm still making sure you are eating. I'm making sure I got your back.
Yes.
Even if, and it's so hard. I understand that it can be very hard for people.
Right.
But
I think it's people of certain age, when they get to certain age, they're just trying to put everything into exact science.
Right.
Exact science solution to make marriage work forever. This is like, there's no such thing. That's why friendship has like nuances all over the place. What do you mean by friendship? Here's what we mean by that, right? There's the homie, lovers, and friend analogy, right?
I remember you used to call me your
the homie. You're the homie.
Like,
she didn't really understand it because there was one point, you know, like after we got married, I was like, she's still my girlfriend. Because in my head, I guess I've always had the gift in even though you can have gift and collect to like I did, right? In my head, right? Yeah. in my head, right? I knew what it was. I couldn't put them into words exactly. I knew that I didn't want the person who would feel like it's a chore to be with me. I want them to be with me the same way they wanted to be with me on day one. But my expectations was off too because the reality will show up first before we get back to that. Right. So the homie, lover, and friend thing is, for me, you're the homie. I can count on you. You give me lots of grace. Homies gives each other, we call it, they just let them get away. No, it's grace. Right? Because they're still the homie. They can give you a little space. They're still the homie. You're still my homie though, right? Homies, lovers, and friends. A lover is romantic. Right? That's why we do Kiriwa. That's why you do Kiriwa, right?
You're dramatic.
That's why you do Kiriwa, right? This is the romantic attraction between two people, right? That makes you, then, you know, you can get enough of them, right? In that moment. But we also now find out that moment we don't do that sometimes when you know the root through, the infatuation evaporates, right? It will take having to go through the mud a little bit and then come back and then start to appreciate, like, because you lost that first.
Right.
And then you now start to appreciate it. And then friends, same thing as homies, right? So it's basically like if, like lovers, they don't have the capacity to give each other grace. If you say the wrong thing to me, I don't want to fuck.
Feeling so, yo.
Even as a guy.
Down. Yeah.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
If you say the wrong thing to me and we're there and we're ready to do it right now, it's just one.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a little tricky, but that's the thing. The lovers are not, they get disappointed quickly because it's the butterflies, it just dies off, right? But the friends is like in the corner. Right? But it's there, right? It's chilling. We're friends. You know, it's the friendship that, you know, that will bring you back together, because then the duty and the responsibility keeps you in the home. That's why I say you don't have to force that if you're married.
Yeah,
you know,
it happens.
It happens. People have to pay bills. People have to take care of the babies. So those things take care of themselves. But sometimes you need time, a process. You need patience for attraction to work. You know, distance makes the heart fonder.
Yes.
Back off. That's why I use back off a lot. Back off because the attraction is there, but it's calm right now. Let time wake it up again, because it's there. It disappear. If you say something just now, don't overreact to it, right? If you overreact to it, it gets worse. Get worse, you know. So I think just like you said, if I have to pick between friendship and respect, I think the respect comes with friendship.
Yeah.
I think respect is not something that people control, it's earned.
It is earned.
If you're around each other long enough, right, the respect will grow back up. You might lose respect for each other. You might lose respect for your wife may lose respect for you temporarily because you run your mouth, you keep your foot on her neck too much, and then she's like, look at your mouth. Anyhow, right? And then you lost respect for whatever reason, you cheated, right? Respect, trust, submission, femininity is a function of time, process. People don't control that. You can gain trust back every time. You just have to be willing to wait long enough. What you can tell me is that I'm not willing to wait that long. You can tell that I'll take that from you. But trust can never be built. No, you're capping big time. People build trust all the time. You just have to learn how to back off, be patient, be consistent. Because now if you're consistent over and over, people forget into the past. The new experiences is what they now start to remember. And then, you know.
And you know who has a good example of friendship?
Who?
Your parents.
Yeah. 43 years later.
They're like the homies.
Yeah.
Like you could they're like yin and yang.
Yeah.
This one will finish this one sentence. Try to come in between of them. Even though daddy can say something that mommy doesn't like. Yeah. And then you try to check daddy.
They will report themselves to me.
Mommy will now check you like,
if I try to check daddy, right? Exactly.
That's the way we have each other's back.
Yep.
That's what I feel like marriage should be like. Yep. Should be with that person that got you anytime, any day. Not just for what you get. Because everything we have will sag. My face will sag. Our last wrinkles will come quick. And I still have to love him through the wrinkles. Okay? How many of our friends have gray hair? Like, I have
one.
Like, all those things that we fancy in the beginning is going to wear off.
Everything gets old.
What's going to last is that friendship.
That's it.
That's going to glue us together forever.
Yeah. So. I know some of you are fantasizing about doing career at 86. I know. But
I don't know what that looks like. But
we don't know what that looks like.
I don't know.
But I think you count more on the friendship.
Yes.
And if it's there, to be there. But the friendship is probably what you should be paying more attention to, in my opinion. And I think the friendship brings about respect. It brings about love. You stay there long enough to get the love, respect. Friendship will help you stay there to get through the process, because the rest of it is hard. I got to be honest with you. It gets hard. And it's harder when you keep discounting friendship, you know. I always talk about this one. The reason why I put sex there is because if you can find your way to sex, it solves a lot of problems.
You can still manage to sleep with each other.
If you find your way to it, okay, in a way that is an experience, you know. If you can't find your way to it, go back to friendship. Let's work on the friendship, you know. Work on friendship. And friendship will not make you say things like, I'm the alpha. You will just collect.
I'm the alpha.
You just collect.
And I'm the omega.
I'm
sorry.
Anyway, so let's do this. We're wrapping up. We're
Yes,
you know,
we have to.
True friendship sustains. Yeah. So if you see this, you like this, we blame it on friendship. Yeah. Okay. Not duty and responsibility. Duty and responsibility we do anyway, you know. But there's so much struggle out there that we blame this purely on friendship.
Because I can tell you how many times have I said to you, baby, you're annoying. You're like, don't say that. But you're annoying right now.
And then that put a smile on my face.
It doesn't mean that I don't love you. It doesn't mean that I won't fight for you. Like, you're my G anytime, any day. My own personal person. Yep. But right now, you're still annoying.
Yep.
Take it or leave it. You can't do that with anybody that is not your friend.
No.
Someone that just gets you. You don't take it too personal. You know that it's in the moment. You're just joking with them.
Yes. So I want to say thank you for coming up, because
thank you for having me.
It seals this message. If you want to watch replay of this later on, we'll be chopping them out into Lola and Ola, the YouTube channel, for the rest of the month. So you'll be seeing them come up. And go there and support as they come up. Gracious Grace said, me too. I leave Clubhouse back in 2022. It was too young.
Really? You lasted till 2022? I could not last 20, a year in that place. It was draining for me.
Yeah, but I was able to engage a lot of young men in a way that taught me patience. A lot of their rhetorics makes me want to slap them, you know.
Show up.
But it taught me patience.
It taught you actually, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it taught me patience, because the truth is that the rhetorics, the talking points didn't just fall out of the sky. There's reasons.
There's a reason why.
And if you don't understand it, you can't address it, you know.
Facts. I agree with that.
Shout out to Adeyemi Sharon. You came late, but we forgive you. Welcome. I hope you enjoy. Okay. Act of service. Accounting says it's important to understand your partner's drive before marriage to avoid having issues.
I agree.
So I agree, but I have to add a caveat. It's important to keep engaging the heart, not science, the heart of understanding your partner for the rest of your life. Just make it a good sport. Keep doing it. It's not realistic that you will understand your partner all the way before marriage. It's just not.
And can I say something? I'm sorry. Some people have been having some experience that is triggering for me.
What's that?
Like, there was a story of a lady that I heard that married someone who found out that the person can't even carry one. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies especially.
I think that was on Antibi's platform a few days ago.
Ladies, let me tell you something. Even if you don't want to carry one before you before you get married, touch that thing.
You touch.
It was
what happened to you last time you tried to touch my booty?
I'm just saying.
No, you should.
Try to shake that thing.
But hopefully
don't let anyone scam you. I was so
hopefully you won't.
Then that's my exit.
Okay.
What?
All
Please, ladies, don't be scammed into marriage.
You gotta be touching and be collecting them.
Touch you.
No, honestly, you should be. I agree 100%, but it doesn't have to be like outrightly trying to touch stuff. Look at my hand.
Playfully,
right?
Like,
It's like you should be so sexually attracted to each other that you can't wait. You should be all over each other. You should be almost be making the mistake of crossing that line a few times. Okay.
And most men almost cross the line.
Yes.
So if you have one that is not even trying to cross the line, you should check.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah, it's 2023.
Please.
Come on. Okay.
Please.
You don't have to cross the line. And if you cross the line, trust me,
God won't be mad. No, God won't be mad at you.
So you're saying that people that listen, if you don't get it, forget about it. Okay.
I can't. No. That really got to me. Like, wait, what?
She says women are not machines. That's correct.
Yes, so we're not.
Yeah. Spontaneity is everything. That's correct.
Hallelujah. You preaching my language over there.
Please like the video. Thank you. Like the video.
Thank you.
Graciously, it's my duty to quality you well until you go want do See, when you say it's my duty, it's much more effective than casting duty on other people.
Right.
No, but you should be doing because of duty. See, that's when you start like, what do you mean by duty? Like, dude, what happened to, like, you used to be charming. Like, what happened to that?
Right.
Okay, that's anti-seductive. Because let me show you the anti-seducers really quickly. Well, this one right here, number 10, right and wrong obsessed. Okay. Anti-seducers here. Let me see. I think the one that will fall on here. Number 3.
What do you mean by brute?
Number 3. The brute is no patience.
Okay, so like blunt people.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
They want now. Controlling people, basically.
Oh no.
Moralizer. Number 3. The police.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
That's an anti-seducer.
It is.
Pay attention to that. But anyway, it's something that we should pay attention to overall, you know. Right. She said, doing it for your boy. Now, these days, I used to do it for her because the boys were not big enough. But nowadays,
Yeah, they can take over.
We're on soft life right now. They are too. In their own way, because they're not paying bills.
I try to help them sometimes,
Yeah. Lola Ola say, forget about it. You don't get it, forget about it.
Somebody said, make sure it's not a noodle.
What's that?
Ha! Yeah, make sure.
Oh, baby. When I like this thing, eh?
I'm just saying. I was so mad. I was like, I was triggered.
You were triggered with the story.
I was like, how?
Like you didn't know.
Not to be that.
Exactly. That's how I felt. No need to be that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was an awesome one. We went 1 hour over. We're supposed to be on an event early on, but she's been gracious enough to give us this time, to be here. You want the wine me play. Play. I'm not gonna play it. I won't play. I won't play it. Okay, I won't play it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you see my eyes is closing small. Somebody said I was fagbo earlier.
No, he has naturally his eyes are closed. They're
what do you
small,
mean, Larry?
And mine is big, so we balance each other out.
I know, right? So do me a favor, hit that like button on your way out. Shout out to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. I'll see you. We'll be back here tomorrow, 5 p.m. Men of Prestige family, right? We'll be back here at 5 p.m. tomorrow. God willing, all right? Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one. And peace.